As the seasons begin to change, cool, crisp mornings give way to the last bursts of warm afternoon sun. This autumn feels like a season of change for our family too. The wind moves through the trees with a wild, almost deafening rush, as if announcing the colder days that lie ahead. The smell of wood smoke drifts through the air on evening dog walks, and inside, our rhythms are shifting in ways that feel both familiar and new.
Very well done. But Peter, who was very naughty, ran straight away to Mr. McGregor's garden.
Does anyone else remember those school days when we'd take one of our dad's old shirts to wear for painting? I always wonder if that was a very British thing, or if children still do it now. I know mine don't. We'd put them on backwards and button them up the back, sleeves rolled and far too long. There was always someone who couldn't be bothered with the buttons, and before long their shirt would slip off and trail through the paint. This one has its own story now. A little tear at the hem, a faded stain across the front. I couldn't bring myself to throw it away, so it became my DIY shirt. And somehow when I wear it, I'm right back in that feeling. The simple joy of making something with my own hands. When I think back to my own childhood, it's the little things I remember most. Moments that seemed so ordinary at the time, but now carry such weight. Watching the sun set over the Mediterranean Sea, the gritty feel of salt on my skin after a day at the beach, waking under canvas to the call of a wood pigeon, the smell of fresh grass and early morning dew soaking into my flip-flopped feet. These days I find myself seeking that same simplicity in the everyday. The quiet satisfaction of making something with my hands, of mending what's worn, repainting what's tired, or baking something that fills the kitchen with warmth. There's comfort in the routine, in the gentle rhythm of creating and restoring, as though these small acts of care bring a kind of order to the chaos of life.
Just where it was needed, gleaming black as night, cloistered in injustice, dead in the eye of time. Nobody is losing, faces merge and change, but your face remains the same. Swallows will be here by dawn, and when we're finally sober, they'll be gone. The trees will bloom and ice will melt,
I've had this old wool blazer from Marks & Spencer for years. Every autumn it finds its way back into my wardrobe. Perfect for layering at this time of year when a cold morning can unexpectedly turn into a warm afternoon. I was never too fond of the plastic buttons it came with, so I finally took the time to replace them with some beautiful brass ones I found on Etsy. The change is subtle, almost unnoticeable at first glance, but I love the weight of them and the way they catch the light. It's a small detail, but it breathes new life into something old and familiar. Somewhere in between these everyday tasks, I often reach for my camera, perhaps to capture the soft light through a window, the hum of the washing machine, or the sound of laughter echoing down the hall. These are the fragments that make up a life, imperfect, ordinary, but intrinsically ours. I only have a handful of printed photographs to hold on to alongside my childhood memories, so how wonderful is it that now, with just a camera or even a phone, we have the ability to preserve these fleeting moments at our fingertips, not to polish them, not to make them perfect, but simply to hold them as they are. For me, capturing life on film has become a way of slowing down, a way of paying attention, of noticing what might otherwise be lost in the rush. If there's one thing I've learned from seeing the world through the eyes of my children, it's that joy lives in the simplest of places. Learning to ride a bike in a wide, open field before racing along the winding paths of a forest. Long afternoons spent swimming until our fingers wrinkle. A summer of growing flowers and tomatoes in the garden. Their memories don't revolve around the material things in life, but around how those moments felt. And I want to remember those feelings too. This autumn, my daughter has started school, and it feels like a page has turned. Life keeps moving, seasons keep shifting, but capturing these small, ordinary fragments help me hold on to them just a little longer. It's my way of honouring our days, a way of saying these moments mattered. So this is why I capture my life on film. Maybe you already do the same, or maybe you'll try. Either way, there's something beautiful in noticing the details of our everyday lives. Thank you for watching and for sharing in mine. Until next time, bye.